Hey guys, it's Tricky Nick here. Super Mario Maker 2 is an amazing game, even if it might mean the downfall of my favorite series. As it turns out, Super Mario Maker 2 turned a year old yesterday. I feel that we should celebrate a year of Super Mario Maker 2, as it gave me the very thing I dreamt of doing as a child, making my own Mario levels. To celebrate a year of Super Mario Maker 2, I decided to make a video discussing 25 tips and tricks to make your Super Mario Maker 2 levels incredible. This is mainly focused on more traditional levels, so this list is somewhat generalized. If you guys like the tips and you want to see more Nintendo content, like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for more tips and tricks, leave them in the comments below to help everyone else out. Anyways, let's begin. Tip 1. Play some levels. Playing others' levels may seem like it has no correlation to your levels at all, but it actually does. Seeing others' levels can give you a plethora of ideas and themes to work with. It will also help you in distinguishing what is a good level and what is a bad level. Consistently playing new levels will keep your levels fresh with new themes. Tip number 2. Pick a theme for your level. When designing a level, the most important element of it is the theme. The theme is the core mechanic that your level is focused on, so you have to put a lot of thought into it. A theme is different from a gimmick though. A gimmick needs to be expanded on to become a full theme in a level. For example, say you want to do something with the swinging claw. Instead of just having Mario jump on claws, have Mario drop certain enemies down to obtain a key, much like a claw machine in real life. In order to improve your levels, focusing on a single theme is essential. While levels can be good with more than one theme, it's a slippery slope, so be careful. Tip number 3. Keep your levels clean. I can't tell you how many times I've stumbled upon a level that at first looks cool, but then ends up being cluttered with various different blocks and enemies that don't belong. Sometimes I can't even tell where I am. For automatic levels this is okay because, well, you don't really do anything. But for normal levels this is a big problem. So be sure to keep your levels tidy while you craft them. Tip number 4. Don't use the underwater theme. Everybody hates the underwater theme, it sucks. Tip 5. Guide the player. If you're playtesting your level and you come across a leap of faith, that is an issue. Always be sure that it is clear where to go, using arrows and coins. No pick-a-pipe garbage, which leads me to tip number 6. No naked pipes. I always hate seeing perfectly normal levels that are ruined. Yeah, ruined by naked pipes. I'm just walking along and then get to the next sub-area and there's just a pipe out in the open naked. Give those pipes some dignity, man. Jeez. Tip 7. Make sure your sub-areas make sense. If I was playing Super Mario Bros. And I went through a pipe from the desert into a snow theme, I would be really confused. While it is pretty easy for sub-areas to make sense, just be sure they aren't out of place in the levels. Tip number 8. Progressive power-ups. For those of you who don't know, a progressive power-up is when you hit a question mark block, you receive the next highest power-up, whether it be normal Mario getting a mushroom or mushroom to the flower. This addition can really add to your levels and make them feel professional. Tip 9. Utilize semi-solid platforms. Whether they are used for jumping off of or just for an aesthetic, semi-solid platforms can really add to your levels. Just be aware of the fact that there are multiple, so be sure you pick the one you like most. Some cool features for semi-solids are making rainbows in the sky theme of Super Mario World and creating new backgrounds for levels. Tip 10. Avoid trolls. The reason I say avoid trolls instead of no trolls at all is because 1 or 2 trolls on a level can really be funny sometimes if it's executed correctly. However, most trolls annoy the player and deter them from playing your level, so be careful. Tip 11. Don't spam sound effects. Similar to trolls, sound effects become annoying if used incorrectly. I can't tell you how many times I've heard the slider theme for no reason at all. Just like trolls, be careful using sound effects in your levels. A good way to use sound effects is to attach them to Mario though, so it will change the music of the whole level. Tip 12. Vines on pipes. Using vines on vertical pipes makes it much more forgiving. If the player doesn't get into the pipe at first, they will just grab the vine and be safe. Tip 13. Vines on walls. This is more of just an aesthetic thing, but adding vines to the level, especially in the jungle theme, is a great way to make your levels look better. Just make sure they can't be used to cheat through a level. Tip 15. Be aware of Mario's moves in each game style. This is especially prevalent in Super Mario 3D World, as Mario has long jumps, spin jumps, wall jumps, and many other moves. If you are unaware of the moves Mario has in each theme, players may be able to cheat on the level. Tip 16. Difficulty is different from cruelty. Making your level tough can still be fun. Designing a level around just trying to kill the player is not fun. If you want your level on the tougher side, don't be cruel. Tip 17. Clear conditions. This is a new feature to Super Mario Maker 2 that allows the creator to make rules when playing the level. While this can be fun, don't use it unless it's absolutely necessary. I've seen multiple levels where it says, finish the level with the shelmet, and then there's just a shelmet at the end. Tip 18. Make the ground 1 block thick. Being floating ground like that just kind of looks a little bit unprofessional, so if you're able to, just connect it to something. Tip 19. Utilize slopes. Using slopes in your levels makes them look less rigid and makes the level look fancier. You can also slide down them to kill enemies, so you could use that too. Tip 20. Ramp up the difficulty of your theme. As you slowly get through the level, you get more used to the gimmick. In order to keep the level entertaining, you have to slowly ramp up the difficulty for the player to give them that challenge. Tip 21. Put all boss battles at the end. Boss battles should be the final big challenge of a level. Placing them in the middle or the beginning of a level really messes up the flow of it. So just take my advice and put them at the end. Tip 22. Add to boss battles. I know with the addition of Koopalings it may be tempting to just put them in a room and force you to fight them with a key. But adding things to a boss battle to make it more difficult is almost always needed, as boss battles in this game are pretty easy otherwise. Additions to the boss battles could range from adding some platforms to making whole new mechanics in order to defeat the boss. Tip 23. Make the level accessible to many. It's a fine line between keeping your level challenging while also keeping it easy enough to make it accessible to all or many players. This is tough to achieve, but with some hard work you can pull it off. Tip 24. Playtesting. In order to make sure levels are fun, have friends or family members play them before you upload them. Then, after they give you feedback, fix the problems they had with the level or just the ones you think you should fix. Tip 25. The thumbnail. After you've made your level, when you click upload, it will create a thumbnail of wherever you are. Just like a YouTube thumbnail, you have to use it to draw people into your level. This can be done by using pixel art or just showcasing the coolest part of your level. And finally, tip 26, have fun. Mario Maker is all about creativity, so just have fun with what you're making. What are you waiting for? Go get making. I'll see you guys in the next one.